So
right,
jealous
we're
you're smoking
live.
that cigar.
Yeah, I know. So we're live. It's the
I'm
two
jealous.
the
You're
two
smoking a
80s
cigar, and
dudes.
I'm inside like a little
I
bitch.
I got my I got my
You know, you've been
Guinness,
drinking.
got my
I
Guinness
love
stout, got my
Guinness.
cigar. It's the two 80s dudes podcast. It's Billy May, your hat dude wearing 80s rocker
I got my coffee in my red cup.
with Jeff the Goldman Goldstein, your coffee, your red cup, your red solo cup. Oh, Jeff, we're gonna talk. Go ahead, buddy. Anyways, so listen,
Probably,
man.
and
We're,
I have my head up my ass. All right, go ahead.
we're going to talk about two topics today. We're fresh off our concert experience. You and I went and saw Triumph on their second night of their tour at the Hard Rock Live in Hollywood, Florida. Jeff, you got your 50th anniversary shirt on.
I got
Very
my
cool.
shirt for $50.
$50. Oh my gosh. Hey, that's a lot of money for a concert shirt. I remember back in the day it was $12 for a concert shirt.
But you know what? The shirts are. I think the quality is a little bit better now.
No, they're better.
You put the shirt in the dryer once back then. It's
then
I mean this shirt's gonna. I'm
right,
fat,
fit my
so this
dog.
shirt's gonna shrink.
Right,
Yeah, this is gonna shrink. So I can't even. I'm gonna have to hang it, or I got to lose some weight. So I think I need to do both: lose weight and hang the shirt. So
we got two topics.
Do your introduction.
We're gonna talk about Triumph. We're gonna talk about the concert experience we went to Monday night at the Hard Rock Live in Orlando. Or no, not in Orlando, in Hollywood. They kicked off in Orlando, I think, on Friday or Saturday
Orlando.
night.
We were in Hollywood.
We were in Hollywood. Second night of the show. Had I guess we could do a small food dude review of our dinner beforehand. But
yeah,
let's start the show off. With this week. It was announced, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame announced the 2026 inductees, and well, I mean,
it was so funny. When we were watching the show, I got a pop from this classic rock and roll app, and it showed all the.
Like looking at your phone during the show, I'm like, dude, what are you doing here, man?
Yeah,
I watch the show.
I sent it to you anyway.
I
didn't want to disturb you.
I didn't click on it, but I read it the next day. I did. So talk to me, man.
Incredible.
So Jeff, who got in this year, 2026? Who got in, man?
So okay, we got Oasis. You know what? I think they deserve it. I mean. Do they have dominant albums? Probably not. But you know what? They were huge in the 90s, early 2000.
Yeah.
They're huge in England. I mean, they kind of passed the torch. You know, they're rockers. A lot of the old British bands.
I just can't stand that. What's his name? Well, Gallagher and his Champagne Chevy Nova song.
Yeah. Champagne. Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not. Listen, I'd rather see Oasis in than the Wu-Tang Clan that just got in. I'd rather see Oasis in than Luther Vandross. But here's my defense of Oasis again. They kind of dominated. It's like sports.
They deserve to be in. They deserve to be. I don't like them.
Huge band. Yeah, huge band.
Who else?
Phil Collins. I mean, no brainer.
Come on. This guy should have been in years ago, man.
His solo career was just as good as his time in Genesis. I mean,
if not
unbelievable.
Better. If not better.
Maybe better. Yeah.
More successful.
And
who else?
I think the first two Phil Collins albums were like insane. I mean, just amazing. The third one, I forgot the one that was, it got even bigger, but I think the first two were just incredible.
No, he's an amazing artist, dude. And on top of that, he won Academy Awards when he did the soundtrack.
No Jacket Required. That was the one that like took him to the top. But the first two, I think, were way better. And they did that remake. Dude,
he did the Supreme song better than the Supreme
remake. I love that song.
Right. No, there's no doubt. Long time coming. Should have been a long time ago. Maybe he can play next year when they have the inductee, or this year when they have inductee. We'll see. But who's next? Come on now, big name.
If he's gonna play drums, they're gonna have to glue his drum sticks to his hands. I mean, he can't even. Big
band name that got in that you and I are happy about. Come on now, say it.
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden finally got in, dude.
I'm very happy. I mean, that was my first concert. I saw them in like 19, like I saw them at Radio City Music Hall with, I think it was 82, and Queensryche opened up for them. And Queensryche, I was so petrified when I went to this
great band.
Great band. They were all in leather. The fans here were, I was scared. I was like 14 years old. I mean, petrified. like I was going to die in this concert.
No.
And
Listen, Queensryche is great. Iron Maiden is great. I mean, and it was a long time coming. The Iron Maiden was in, dude. Come on, dude. You know the cool thing about Iron Maiden was they stuck to their guns. They said we want all of our members who play with us in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know, they really stuck to their guns, and in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
without any airplay on the radio. I mean,
yeah. Well, maybe
they were one of those bands that yeah. Well, you bought that out, like I told you when we were doing album covers. I actually bought Peace of Mind because of the album cover. I was like, Eddie.
I agree, dude. So we
one
got
of my first shirts that I had, you know, the jackets with the jean jackets. I had Peace of Mind on there. So I went to see Power Slave with the song 2 Minutes of Midnight. That was the album that they were touring with.
To me, Run to the Hills and Flight of Icarus are the two of the best metal songs ever. My opinion. I love
I love Aces High on that one. I like 2 Minutes of Midnight, and
it's spectacular, dude.
Peace of Mind. Oh my god, and the Trooper. Oh my god,
these guys should have been a long time ago. Anyways, listen. Finally, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame did something right. So we got Iron Maiden. Then so Phil Collins is in.
Top 4 heavy metal band of all time,
no doubt,
without a doubt.
Billy Idol. No, you know he deserved to be in. Billy Idol finally got.
Idol's like. That's like my I love Billy Idol. I've seen Billy Idol I think 6 times.
Nah, come on. Billy Idol is a Steve Stevens.
Still rocking. He just had a great, his last album was insane. He's done like 4 albums in the last like 7 years.
Announcement, they made it on American Idol. And did you see the American Idol? He came out and played American Idol when they announced, you know, and it was come on, what's her name? The beautiful singer,
Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood. They came out and they did White Wedding, dude. It was fucking bad.
I got my friend, Chris, who we went to. A shout out to Chris Botto. He went with us to Triumph, and he's a huge Billy Idol. I think I've seen Billy Idol with him every time. And he sent me the clip, and he goes, she's very hot.
She's an extremely attractive woman, and she has an amazing voice. And remember, she sang last year at the presidential inauguration, a cappella.
Yeah.
No, she's amazing talent, dude. She'll be in the Hall of Fame someday, maybe, hopefully. But no, to Billy Idol's in, Phil Collins in, Maiden, Oasis. We already said Wu-Tang Clan.
So then we got Wu-Tang Clan. They're saying hip hop pioneer. I mean, I still think it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know,
Joy
again,
Division?
get in REO Speedwagon, get in.
Whoa, hold on. Let's talk about who got in. Let's talk about who got in. So Joy Division, New Order.
But I'm just saying before, and then all right. So then we have Luther Vandross. You know, I don't have a problem with it. He was nice. He was great. He died. Right. And then you know, I think I'm very happy for Joy Division and New Order. I saw New Order in Miami at the Gleason.
I remember you had brought this up previously.
Blue Moon.
Right.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic, very talented.
Yeah,
so there's
also
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people that were not that.
Sade got in, and now listen, I'm a big fan.
I forgot to say that Sade.
Yeah, and listen, people say Sade. I go, no. Let me tell you something, man. They're a great band, dude. I mean, she blended pop, jazz, R&B, soul. Beautiful voice, great band, distinctive style.
Beautiful woman too. She could sing. She could, and she had a style of her own, man. I mean,
no doubt about it, man. But you know what's funny?
Smooth operator.
Oh, Smooth Operator. Come on. I mean, I think it's in a previous podcast. You know how many humans were conceived during Sade's music, man? And people love that music, dude. It's great music, dude. Yeah. Guys like it, chicks like it. But you know, it's funny. I go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame website. Okay. And then they say, oh, Sade's music remains a soundtrack of strength, intimacy, and self-discovery. I agree. But it says it resonates strongly with women of color around the world, blah, all that kind of woke BS stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, she's in on her own you know what I mean? Her music appeals to everybody. You know what I mean? Why do they have to
I think that's the great part about it. It's not a color thing. It's like she crushed it for everybody. People like, I like hard rock, and I liked her. I actually saw her in concert in New York.
Really?
Yeah. Amazing
talent. So I'm happy that she's in. Is she rock and roll? Well, you know, I mean, she's rock and roll is loosely defined.
More rock and roll than the Wu-Tang.
Oh, Wu-Tang, no doubt about it. No, hands down, dude. hands down. These other ones I
Yeah.
don't even want to talk about. You know what I mean?
I think she deserves. You know what? She has like her music was like soul, kind of like with like a little reggae, like a
Yes.
jazz,
R&B.
rock. Yeah, she did it all. I mean, I have
Great
no
band.
problem with her in
It's
there,
not just her; it's her
and
whole band.
she was unique,
Yes,
unique.
I agree. I agree. Now these other ones, Queen
So
Latifah, Celia Cruz, or Red Sullivan, Rick Rubin, and maybe he washed that beard before they put him in. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Listen, overall, I think it's a pretty decent list. Now let's talk about who was left off this year. In excess did not get in. Black Crows.
they are they are definitely, I think, trending. I was listening to listening or reading one of the writers, and they basically said they're going in the right direction. So hopefully
NXS.
next year
Well,
they're nominated.
I think the challenge with NXS, I think we discussed this before, is that Michael Hutchence is no longer with us, and he really was the face of the band. See, the thing with Billy Idol, you can make an argument the past few years, like you said, he's made some new albums. He appeared with Ozzy, you know what I mean? He sang last year, right? The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. Unfortunately, NXS, they're not out there marketing themselves, so they don't have that ability. You know what I mean? I think that hurts them a little bit, but I'm hoping
I
next year they get
agree.
in. Hoping they get
Yeah, I
in next
mean,
year.
well, they're a band that dominated. I mean,
They did.
they were as big as U2 at one time.
Yeah. I mean, they sold 75
And
million
all you
albums.
hear is U2, U2.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
So, I
And
mean,
Black
in
Crows.
excess,
Black Crows.
yeah.
This is the second year in a
Black
row that
Crowes
Black
missed it.
Crows. They're on
Yeah.
the edge. They're on the
I
cusp too
mean,
because they're making albums, like you've said. They're making albums. Black Crows will get in there, I think, next year.
I hope so. Well, here's a quick story. Like the writer who said in excess, there's a good chance they'll get in, and he felt the same way with the Crows. You know, they've had
Okay.
two strong albums,
Right.
and the momentum's there. They're another band that could have, like, even Chris Robinson. He's like, listen, man, we got in fights. We didn't take our management's advice. They could have been the next jam band, like the next,
Well,
like Fish. No, they really could have had a bigger following.
it could have been, but also remember too, they were victimized because of the fact that they were different. The first one came out in 1990, the second one came out in 92, and remember that grunge came in 92, 93, kind of threw them off. And then that whole mid-90s thing, which we've talked in previous podcasts, of rock music was different in Black Crows, and they had their own troubles. They kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Well, they had fighting and
yeah.
But they had every one of their albums were pretty strong.
Nah,
I mean,
they're a solid
just
band, and they deserve to be in because they're also unique. So they deserve to be in. So.
unique. Yeah.
So all right,
He's fantastic, Chris Robinson.
All right. So we want to talk about tomorrow at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or do you want to jump into our Triumph concert show?
I like I said, well, I just want to make one more, and I'm gonna just keep banging it, man.
We're good.
You know, with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, before you let the Wu-Tang Clan in, you know, before you let like a lot of these people in, you gotta have Boston in, you gotta have REO Speedwagon, and you gotta have Styx in already. I mean, and Jethro Tull.
Jethro Tull, Molly Crew. I have a list here. Bryan Adams. Well, and listen, if people say, "Oh, that's 80s rock," how about the B-52s? They should be in there. You know what I mean?
I think they are in there.
Are you sure?
I think they'd be. Oh, Bryan Adams should be in.
Hands
just
down.
His music alone.
Right.
Cyndi Lauper's in, and Bryan Adams not in.
Right. I mean,
Bryan
what about
Adams sold way more albums.
Look at the guest. I'm looking at the list here, dude. Guess who? Kenny Loggins, Eddie Money.
Yeah.
Marshall Tucker.
Guess who's not in that? That's insane.
The Smiths were huge. Smiths aren't in there either.
Yeah, they should. Smith should be in just for their genre of music.
Yes.
They're like, yeah, they're like the Cure. They're top two in that progressive modern rock.
Right, no doubt. I mean, also you look at the Smashing Pumpkins, Stone Temple Pilots, Alice in
Chains.
Chains.
Yeah.
We're talking, dude, Huey Lewis.
I think SCP out of all those bands should be in.
Yeah. Grand Funk.
And Scott Weiland was one hell of a lead singer.
Oh, no doubt, man. So listen,
well, I watched some of his live shows.
Right.
There's nobody like him. The moves that guy made.
Michael Hutchence. I did watch the documentary come out a few years
great front man.
Yeah, great front man. Same thing. Very, he had that kind of vibe about him, Jim Morrison-esque that you've alluded to previously.
I was just gonna say it. He's like the modern Jim Morrison.
Yeah, but you're right. Scott Weiland,
better singer.
But yeah, for sure, for sure. Good stuff, man. Well, listen, let's celebrate Maiden getting in, Billy Idol, Phil Collins, Sade getting in. I think it's a lot of good stuff.
Well,
You know,
you know what? Well, here's the other thing. At least we have things to look forward to, and you know what? We're running out of musicians anyway in groups, so maybe they're just kind of waiting on. Hey,
yeah, but
we'll slowly.
those concerts at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction will be so much better if, let's say, Paul Rogers was in 3 years ago and could still sing, or Phil Collins
Yeah.
could still play. We're missing out on that, man. So speaking of that, and players who are older and playing now, you and I, let's segue to the Triumph show we went to Monday night. It was so funny because remember, you and I talked about it a little bit. We mentioned on our podcast months ago they're going to tour, and then I was up in Orlando visiting my stepson and our granddaughters this weekend, and I knew Triumph played, and I looked on Sunday, I looked on YouTube, I was kind of watching some video. I'm like, I'm not really sure. Then you and I talked on Monday. You're like, dude, yeah, I'm going, and I'm like, I think I'm going to go. And so we decided to go. You had tickets of another buddy of yours, and I got a ticket.
Yeah, I'm so glad. I'm glad you came.
Me too, dude. And then so let's before let's start with, should we start the food?
Well,
first?
here I do feel bad up for us. I feel bad that we left. My buddy Chris just out of nowhere goes, "Let's go." And
So you left before Fight the Good
honestly,
Fight.
I forgot
man.
you were there. What?
You left before Fight the Good Fight. I knew they were going to play Fight the Good Fight for Encore.
No, we went back in. We went back in.
It's all good. Oh, listen. All right, so let's talk about the concert first, then we'll talk about the food afterwards. So, what were your overall thoughts? What were your overall thoughts on the concert? I just realized you're wearing a freaking stinking Yankees hat again, man.
I give it what? Say that again.
I said you're wearing another stinking freaking Yankees hat again, man.
I know they're losing right now. I got them in the background. 6-3. They were winning when we went on 3-2. Now they're losing 6-3. Oh, I got a million Yankee hats. I was trying to find a black Yankee hat to match my shirt.
So you tell me. You go first. Tell me, what were your thoughts about the Triumph show? Remember, April Wine opened up too. But I don't think you saw that. But tell me about the Triumph show.
I didn't go in. I think we smoked cigars.
I know you did.
And if I was just with you, I would have went in to see April Wines, but he was like, so. And I get to see you more than I get to see
you.
him.
Give me your synopsis.
So my take on the show, I think it was unbelievable. I would give it a 8 or a 9. I think the band was tight. I think Rik Emmett's his voice is still pretty good. I think his
pretty good.
Yeah, he's in his 70s. He cranks on the guitar still. The drummer was there. The what's his name? Levine. I think the other Levine.
Oh yeah, it was Mike Levine. The bassist was not there. Apparently, he's ill.
So yeah, and really that what's great about that band, they all sang. I mean, everybody was a singer in that band. And then the replacements that they got.
Yeah, Mike Levine didn't really sing lead the bass player, but he played a main bass. Gilmore, the drummer,
sang a little bit. I think, yeah.
Maybe he did. I don't recall, but I remember I saw them back in the 80s a couple of times, and they're such a powerful band. What you have to realize is, like, dude, that was 40 years ago, man. They're not going to crank it like that anymore. And Rik Emmett sang like Steve Perry, but played guitar like Eddie Van Halen back then. He's a shredder. And he has such a beautiful voice.
I mean, well, that's my whole point. Like, you're going to see bands now, and they're 70 years old.
Right?
What do you expect? I mean, they're not going to sing like they did when they were 30. And you know what? But here today, the acoustics are better. The places that you see, I mean, seeing a show at the Hard Rock is like amazing. It's set up for shows. Dude.
That place,
the seats are big. You have enough, like, you're comfortable. Like, going to the Sawgrass is just the worst.
I mean the Panthers
I'm
Arena,
almost to the point now. I'm not going.
Nah, the place sucks.
Yeah,
I'm not going.
I don't even want to go there.
It's a sports arena. It's not a concert hall, dude. Did you know? So in between April Wine and Triumph, I was talking to one of the security guards there. She's worked there for like 20 years. Nice lady. She told me, I didn't know this. Number one, I asked her, like, how many people hold this place? Hold about 8,000. She goes, no, about 7,500 when we have everything open. Remember that night they had the 2 upper tiers closed. There's about 3,000 people. There was a nice intimate crowd. She said, did you know we're the number 1 booked concert venue in the United States? And number 3. I remember you telling me. Number 3 worldwide. I did not know that. But the venue was amazing, dude. Like you said, it's comfortable. The sound is great. And you know what I really liked about it, dude? It felt natural, man. They didn't. Rik Emmett wasn't doing auto-tune, dude. He was singing, man. He was singing, and he was using the lyrics. He was singing the songs to accommodate his voice how it is today. He was great. Now, the guy who played bass, Todd Kearns, he played bass. He sang the Gilmore Parts Triumph songs, and he sang like 1 or 2 songs. I think was maybe Lay It on the Line. I can't remember which one it was. Or Spellbound. He sang Spellbound as good as Gilmore would have sang it. And another song, Phil X, the guitarist, he sang a song too, and his vocals are kind of similar to Rik Emmett. So I thought overall it was a
Yeah.
fantastic experience. They did a great job.
I would if I closed my eyes, I would have thought it was the regular lineup. That's how good they sound. They complemented each other. Fantastic. Listen, every song was good. I think they were
Yep.
great. Okay.
They
I'm
played,
not the type of person that goes to a show and I'm
we
not there
enjoyed
to
it.
like,
Right.
yeah.
We're not critical. We enjoyed it. I thought it was good. They played almost every song that I know. The only
Hey,
song
I
they
got
didn't
to see
play.
them. I never got to see them before, so for me, it was like it was huge. And
I will. They
I
were
don't really
great
buy
back in the
shirts
day.
anymore, but I bought a
Nah.
shirt.
Yeah,
So
like you said, you bought a shirt. I thought it was good. Um, they played. I mean,
and
we knew almost every song.
the other thing was great about the show is that they had a really good like back, like animated
Oh,
screen. So
the
that
video
had
screens were
all
amazing.
these videos. Yeah, it was great.
Yep. And I thought it
So
was cool too, because remember, like on 2 or 3 songs, Rik Emmett, like when they played before they played Hold On, he was just kind of strumming his guitar. He's telling the story. I wrote this, back in 1979 for one of the albums. I was trying to find a song, and I found this poem I had written in high school, and it was about hold on to your dreams. And it was a very positive, uplifting concert, man. And he talked, and he did that when they played Magic Power. He talked about it, and it was
oh,
cool,
Magic
man.
Power was great.
It was great, dude.
Everything was good. Even when they did Rocky Mountain Way, that was good.
That's right.
Spellbound, Hold On, Allied Forces. I mean,
That's
it
right.
was fantastic.
They did Rocky Mountain Way, the Joe Walsh tune, right?
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about
I
that.
don't think they did anything bad, to be honest with you. I think it was a really, really good concert. And the more we talk about it, it's definitely a 9. Definitely a 9.
Yeah,
It was
they were
done
good.
professionally. It was clean. They seemed like they were having fun. Rik Emmett was like so appreciative. They were just cool people.
They were cool, and you're right. He was so appreciative. Remember what he said? He goes, "I'm just so thankful to be here and allowing us to play." And remember he said, he goes, "I was shitting my pants the past couple of days." Remember he said that, dude? I was kind of bad. That guy really,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
putting it out there, But it
No,
was
he
really
did,
good.
and he was very appreciative of his bandmates, and he spoke very highly about everyone. Like the drummer was the glue, and
That's right. That's right.
the guy.
And
What was it? I forget the guy's name again. The one who's I think it was
Mike
Levine.
Levine.
He was the one who he's the one who started the band, and he was
No,
like
no, I think he said Gil
he
Moore
was the
started the
guy
band, the
that
drummer. The drummer Gil Moore started the band, but Mike Levine was the bassist, and he was sick. He's gonna tour some, but not really. Maybe I
yeah,
have it
but
wrong.
he did say he said he was like he was the guy that kind of pushed everybody.
Okay, you're
I
right. You're
think
right.
I'd
You're right.
have to see it again. But my point was he was very appreciative of his bandmates, and
He was.
it was a band, and they needed each other, and it was really and he continued to say it through the show, and I
Yep.
was like, that's really cool, man.
Yeah.
Like
A-
you would think a
And
guy like Rik would, the main guy would be like, yeah, it's all about me, but it's not, and that's what was really good about it.
Another point of the show, which I learned that night, I didn't realize. He says, "Yeah," he goes, we got Todd Kearns on bass. This guy does a fantastic job. He's a Canadian guy as well. He goes, and then on guitar, we've got Phil X, and I knew Phil X because Phil X actually replaced Richie Sambora with Bon Jovi. But I didn't know this. And Phil actually replaced me in Triumph when I left the band back in the '90s. I didn't realize that. So Rik Emmett left the band in '92. And Phil X actually replaced him on their last album. I did not know that. And so I guess that's another reason how he knew a lot of the songs. Phil
I
X.
didn't know that either.
Yeah,
So
I didn't know that. So, and he's a great guitarist
now we
too.
know it.
Yeah.
Now we know it.
And that's why everybody watches the 280 Dudes podcast. That's why you got to click subscribe.
I'm even learning from you. See?
Yeah, it's all good stuff, man. And then opening the show, April Wine opened up, and they had a lot of good hits, dude. They only played 6 songs, but they cranked, man. They were really good. And when I walked in, you guys were smoking cigars. Like, I'm going in, man. And when I walked in, they were playing the one song, I like to rock. I like to rock. I'm like, shit, I just missed it. Then they played Sign of the Gypsy Queen, which is a great song. And then they played Just Between You and Me. And they talked about the founder of April Wine. I forget his name. He passed away a few years ago. Our brother's going to chime in because he knew exactly what it is. The April Wine was really, really good. I'm gonna post their songs on my
I feel
channel.
bad that I didn't go see him. So
Well, I mean, if you're not a fan, you're not a fan. So I was a fan. My brother Jay loved it.
I'm not a fan. I don't know that much about him.
Good
I know a
songs.
couple of songs,
Yep.
but
No, and they rocked. So they were good, and they're Canadian.
I kind of wanted to smoke a cigar. So
That's okay. I passed. Your buddy offered me a cigar. I accepted. Then I gave it back. I go,
yeah,
hey, I'm not going to smoke it. So that was all
yeah.
good. So let's finish up with the food.
Food was. I think the food was. I give it a 7.
So we went to
It's not
Council
that. I don't
Oak,
think
which
it's
is
the
the
best
high-end
steakhouse.
steakhouse. The high-end
Yeah.
steakhouse at the Hard Rock. Now let's talk about our whole evening, okay? So when we met there, I said we got to find a cigar bar, and they do have a cigar bar there. It's called the Davidoff Lounge. I didn't really know about it, so we went in. I walk in there, I got my cigar, and then they have a nice private lounge bar. You don't have it's not a private member,
Yeah,
but you
super
buy a cigar
super
there.
relaxing, super
Oh, it's
nice.
beautiful cigar lounge. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, I had double Macallan 12 and sent me back by, I don't know, $50 or something, but it was
I had one
excellent.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, and I had a cigar. It was a
I
really nice
spent a
cigar bar.
fortune that night.
Yeah, I hear you. You and me both. So then we went to the Council Oak. Great place, but I got to tell you, man, the filet I had was not spectacular, dude. It was good. And yours? What about yours?
My guy was arguing with me and said I asked for well. Anybody that knows me, I never eat anything well. I would even get it rare before I would get it well.
You ordered
And
a New York strip, and you told the guy medium rare. And you know what, Jeff? I remember now. He did not repeat the order back to us.
yeah.
And
He
then
was so interested in upselling us. He
yes,
wanted to, he talked about the crabs and this and that. I'm like, dude, concentrate on us, man.
yeah.
And and then he had to write it down. He goes, you see, I wrote it down. I'm like, you wrote it down wrong, man. I'm like,
Right.
you don't argue with your customer.
You wrote it down wrong.
I'd be like, who
He
does
made it
that?
right. At the end of the day, listen,
He made it right, but at the end of the day, we're the ones at service. We're the one giving him a tip. The customer's always right. If like, come on, man. I'm in the service business myself, so the
he did
customer's
begin,
always right.
he did begin to argue, which I was kind of surprised. But he replaced your
Yeah.
steak rather quickly. But I was a little shocked at that, man, because at that place, Council Oak, I really thought he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Let me get it to medium rare. Just shut up. But like you said, he wasn't
like, hey,
yeah.
I'm sorry I misunderstood you, or I wrote it down wrong, or whatever.
Well, listen, I just want to throw it in there. But overall, it was a spectacular evening. I'm so glad we went. I thought Triumph was great. April Wine was great. And if you're
That
out
made
there,
my concert year. That made my
I agree.
concert year. That was like my big. Haven't been that excited to go see a show in a long time.
And I think if you're out there and you're contemplating going to see Triumph this year, I'd go. I would go. And I'd go see him again. No, I'd go see him again.
I'd see him again, 100%. He sounded great. Price was pretty good. So
yeah, it wasn't bad.
Good show.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I liked it, man.
Yeah, I mean, I picked mine up on Vivid Seats the day of, for a little under $100. I mean, so and it was good, man. Great show. All right, so let's wrap this up. Make sure to hit click subscribe. I do have some videos if you want to watch the Triumph show. I put some videos on my channel. I got Magic Power on there. I've already like 3,000 views.
Wow.
I put Fight the Good Fight, the Encore on there. I got a couple thousand views. I'll post some more, but good stuff. So our next topic, Jeff, we're ready today to launch for the next topic, but we figured out, let's talk about Triumph concert and rock and roll. Next topic is top 10, and then we will do the best guitarist.
This is going to be good. Top 10 guitarists.
I know. It'd be really, really good. So that'll be our next show. So, all right, my friend.
That's like the biggest debate of all time. That's like hanging out outside with a keg and arguing with your friends.
Yeah.
Who are the greatest guitar?
That's gonna be a tough one. So we'll have to see who makes the Mount Rushmore. So, all right, my friend.
Then we got to do the top. Then we got to do the best lead singers.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
I think that's a really good one
for sure, man. That's a good one, dude.
I mean, we could do everything best. Best drummer, best bassist.
Yeah, sure. Best rhythm guitarist, best bongo player. I don't know. Anyway, all right, dude. Sounds good, my friend.
Best producer.
Best producer, right? That'll be Ted Templeman, of course, in your shoes. It's going to say Ted Templeman. So
I think the best producer was what's his name from the Beatles.
George Martin, not the other guy.
George Martin. George Martin is probably the greatest. He was the 5th Beatle. I mean,
yeah, it's true. True.
Yeah.
All right, my friend.
Take care.
See you next time, man.
Been nice. Drive safe up to your 20th trip.
Cooks Fried.
Where are you going now?
Going to North Carolina. Visit my daughter up North Carolina.
Oh, yeah. For how long?
Just a long weekend trip.
All right. Well, enjoy.
Thank you, my friend. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, everybody, for having us. Goodbye.
All right. Peace out. We'll see you.
Peace out.